Merry Christmas. Καλά Χριστούγεννα. Christos γεννάται, δοξάσατε, Christ is born, glorify him. It is almost for 2,000 years that human beings have been celebrating Christmas. Almost 2,000 years, because it is over 2,000 years since the Lord was born, and yet we did not know to begin celebrating until after his death and resurrection. Therefore, for almost 2,000 years, we have been celebrating Christmas, and this feast, the joy, the hope, the love, and all the things that go with them have permeated deep into our consciousness. It is seldom that the dearest memories of a human being of above 40 years does not include some Christmas of the past. And because it is so deeply meaningful from a cultural perspective, it is an occasion that many take advantage of. We see this in the stores, and I promise this will not be another sermon against the commercialization of Christmas. You could all preach that better than me. You've heard it 1,000 times on the radio, in the newspapers, on Facebook. I know. But we have to reflect at the least that Christmas and the joy of Christ come in our midst is a reality that many have turned and twisted to their own benefit, whether in sales or in conquests or in politics or whatever. Therefore, it is striking that we see three kings, three wise men, coming to Christ in the gospel today. And we might well ask, what is it that they want? What gain do they think to make from this birth of a promised child in the little town of Bethlehem? We see them encounter Herod, and we know what Herod seeks. He seeks to hold on to what he has amassed through violence, through terror, through his whole life of kingly rule. But the three wise men, the Magi, these three kings, what do they seek? And it is striking. They do not ask for anything. This is the only time we see them on the stage of human history. They do not go back to their homes and say, I made a pilgrimage. I saw the Son of God. Listen to me. I am wise. I am smart. I know great and powerful things. So far as we know, they said nothing. They did not come to receive. Or they did, but not that kind of gift. And much more importantly, they came bringing gifts. Now, the gold, the frankincense, the myrrh. These two we do not see again on the stage of human history. What they are is insignificant. What is important is that they were precious to these kings. And more important is what they represented. For the kings, these wise men, they came to offer not just their gifts, but themselves. And therefore we celebrate them today as we celebrate Christ's coming, because they model for us the human response that is called for on this great and blessed occasion. As the hymn says, Christ is born, glorify him. Christ is come from heaven, encounter him. Christ comes to earth, arise to him. God acts, and we are called to respond. And we are called to respond in a like way as he has acted already. He gives himself to us. And like the wise men, we are called to give ourselves to him. If you ever ponder the mystery of why it is that as Christians our worship is centered on the bread and wine that are offered, bread that is kneaded by our own hands, that has our sweat, our labor, our patient effort put into it in the most physical of ways, bread that is itself the fruit of our labors and those of many others. Why? This is what we bring to God. This is our prosphora, our offering. It is an imitation of the three wise men, these three kings, who bring something that represents all that they are, all that they have done, all that they will do, because they do not offer just the gold, the frankincense, the myrrh. They offer themselves as vessels of the presence of Jesus Christ in this world. And when we come into the church, when we come to celebrate Christmas, we bring ourselves to God. For as he is in our midst, he can be present in the world only in the vessel of a human being, of a human community, of a human family. So God gives himself to us today, and we glorify him. And we come into this holy house, and we give ourselves to him. And when we encounter him at the holy chalice in a few minutes, then is sealed and perfected and fulfilled the glory that was shown forth in Bethlehem 2,000 years ago. Christ is in our midst. Let us glorify him. Please stand and we will continue the liturgy.